We have our man NPC speaking about the popular Japanese motion here in this thread, and obviously it's creating a lot of confusion. Requested by countless spinners, I have decided to make a speech tutorial presenting the Japanese motion. Now let's get started. There were many other videos that were explaining the Japanese motion. Noticeable tutorials are from Feltefram from FBSB, Akai from VPC, and Wallcast from VPC. Although his video explained in Vietnamese, he shows how to get the concept of it effectively. Let's talk about what is getting people confusing here. Remember, this is a theory based on my opinion, so you're the one to choose whether I'm right or not. I have no interest of arguing with you. What I think is Japanese motion itself is the concept of rotation being cut from the original link, as Feltefram showed in this video. Now here's what makes things confusing. There are some people who mentions the Japanese motion as skip charge. Of course, the naming is accurate since you are literally skipping a charge. However, skip charge is only one of the tricks that is categorized from the trick-based Japanese motion, just like how tricks such as thumb around or ring arounds are categorized in the around tricks. So let's make some conclusions here. Japanese motion is the concept or the potential trick base, and skip charge is one of those tricks categorized as Japanese motion. What people are talking about in this thread that NPC started is the skip charge. So the question is not how to do the Japanese motion, but rather how to do the skip charge. Now at this point you might question what other tricks are considered as Japanese motion. Well, you can rewatch Feltefram's video, and all those insane tricks that he shows later in the video are considered Japanese motion. Feel free to try those tricks, because I won't, because it's too hard. The breakdown of the skip charge is very simple. Even Dio Branda has shown a simple breakdown of it. This is not the only way of doing the Japanese motion, but it is the easiest to grasp the concept of skip charge as well as the Japanese motion. Do an extended thumb around, stop for a moment, move your pen from slots of 1, 2 to 2, 3, then do another palm down twist asani, or finish with another extended thumb round. At first you might not get used to the quick transition of the finger slots, but you will get used to it as you practice. A good tip would be moving your hand right when you do the skip charge. Here you have performed a skip charge, or one of the tricks of Japanese motion. Good job. Depending on the feedback of this video, I will do some other tutorials whenever it is necessary, such as explanations of confusing minor tricks such as these tricks, Japanese motions. Also, before leaving, I owe an apology to Feltefram because I said an ignorant statement that he did not do the proper Japanese motion at the podcast, the first podcast in particular. Feltefram's Japanese motion is not really Japanese motion. Feltefram's Japanese motion is not really Japanese motion. Feltefram's Japanese motion is not really Sorry Feltefram, please forgive. Anyways, this was a long speech. I hope I don't have to do this anymore. See you next time. Or maybe this is the only time. I do not know.